Sometimes I'm guilty of leaning too far to the if it ain't broke, don't fix it mindset. If it's working, just keep at it. But I have definitely changed my tune on some new money hacks over the years. So today I'm sharing a few of those with you. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this episode with a friend. All right, man, there were things that have come out in the money space, and I'm like, I don't think I'm going to do that. And then I end up doing it. So first up, we have Apple Pay. Okay, we all know I can be a little bit of a conspiracy theorist. I'm a little conspiracy theory forward sometimes in life. I'm not gonna lie, when Apple Pay came out, I'm like, I'm not putting my info on my phone because they're watching us and tracking and get to whatever. No. So for so long, I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And then, you fall back into the trends and I can't get enough of it now. I'm not gonna lie. I love it. I have been known to forget my purse every now and then. If you're a police woman or man, don't judge me for this, but I'll get to a store and I'm like, crap, I totally forgot my purse. Like I left it, inside or whatever. And the convenience of stores having Apple Pay, because I always have my phone, always. I'm like, oh, it's so easy. It's so easy. Even if I don't forget my purse and they're like, oh, here's Apple Pay. I'm like, oh, I'll do that over trying to get my debit card out, all the things. So as always, cautionary tale when you are paying, especially with something like Apple Pay where you're not even swiping, you don't even take anything out. It's just part of it. It just looks at your face. You can tend to spend more, okay? So remember that. The emotion is very detached. So it's always my word of caution, but I was a hater on Apple Pay, but now can't live without it. All right, next is excessive Amazon delivery. So when Amazon started, if you can remember back in the day, it was books. That's what people bought off Amazon mostly was books. And then people started buying other things. And I remember thinking that was so bizarre. There was a guy I used to work with, and he would get his toilet paper, Amazon to his house. And again, this was on the cutting edge. And everyone made fun of him. We were like, you're insane. Toilet paper, Kleenex, go to the store. Go to the store. I was a little judgy. Now times have changed and it's become way more normalized to do this. And y'all know me, if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you know I love a good Amazon purchase. So I'm in there. Yep. And now, subscribe and save. It is a great way to cut some costs on household expenses if you are using that stuff. And if you're in a pinch, a good grocery delivery never hurt anyone, okay? So, God, getting stuff delivered to the door, I love it. I'm a fan. I made fun of people back in the day. Now it's me. All right, money hack number 3 is having a monthly budget no matter what. For a while, I was like, we don't make a ton of money. When I first got married, I knew I should be budgeting growing up, with my dad and everything saying it. I was like, I don't know. We'll be fine. We'll figure it out. Obviously, Winston and I started budgeting, but that was when we weren't making a lot. And then I feel like people kind of go on the other end of the spectrum. And when they make a lot and they're like, oh yeah, I don't really need a budget anymore. Regardless of where you are in the income spectrum, budgeting is so important. I love EveryDollar. It's the budgeting app that we use. And you're budgeting, sure, if you are out of debt, if you're on baby step 7, it may not be as specific, right? You may have more general categories, but you still want a plan for your money. So whether you're making a little or a lot, budgeting, regardless of how I felt in the early days, it is really important. All right, the next 2 hacks are kind of small shifts, but they add up quickly. But I also want to tell you first about one of our sponsors, Delete Me. If you don't remove your personal data from the internet, you're basically asking for your name, address, email, even your kids' names to be out there on sketchy data broker websites. And this puts you at risk for scams and fraud, but Delete Me removes your data to help protect you from phishing, harassment, and other online threats. Your family's safety and financial security are way too important to leave exposed, which is why Delete Me does the work for you. So sign up for Delete Me and take control of your family's online privacy. Go to joindeleteme.com/Rachel for 20% off, bringing your monthly cost to under $9, or you can just click the link in the description. Number 4, threatening to cancel subscriptions to get a lower rate. So I used to be like, oh, that is so stupid. Oh my gosh, just pay the extra $20 a month. If your service goes up, no big deal. Don't call customer service. Don't waste your time. But now there's a little bit of me. I'm like, all right, Winston would do this all the time when we had Comcast. He would be like, let's just get rid of it. He'd call to cancel, then they'd lower the rate. And it's like, fine, we'll just keep it. And there's a little bit of this like customer holds the power that it actually does kind of work. And a lot of people say, whether it's Xfinity or T-Mobile, they will bargain with you. And so I don't know. I think that there's something important about this, that if you are a consumer or a customer of someone and you want a lower rate, go in and ask. Now, George Camel, my friend and co-host of Smart Money Happy Hour, loves this hack. George Camel will beat someone down for a better rate, regardless of the service. He's very passionate about this, but it works. Saves you some money. All right, number 5 is shopping generic. So I'm telling you guys, if you start doing this, you're not only going to save money, but most of the time, you cannot tell the difference. And there's going to be an Aldi shout out coming because it is true. So my kids, they love Golden Grams, the cereal. They had it on like some beach trip with family like 2 years ago. It's like their favorite cereal. I never grew up with Golden Grams, but they love it. Anyways, when I was shopping at Aldi, they had the generic version of Golden Grams. I'm like, well, I'll just see if they like this, instead. Because usually cereal is the one place I will not skimp on because Honey Nut Cheerios versus like Magicos, like you can tell a difference. You can usually tell a difference. And my kids prefer the Aldi version of Golden Grams, and it's like a third of the price. Unbelievable. So listen, even if it doesn't taste great, it's going to help you. Like it is a hack that I used to not really jump into, but now I love a generic shopping trip. I really do. And this could be you. Your kids are going to be resilient. You're going to be resilient, and you're going to bring in some extra cash from your grocery budget. We love it all. Now, the truth is there are a lot of things that I teach when it comes to money, and some would call some of this advice a little questionable, if you will. So you'll definitely want to catch the episode at 6 things I teach about money that will make you angry or wealthy. That's coming up after this. You can click right here. Or if you're listening on podcast, I'll leave a link below. All right, you guys, remember to take control of your money and create a life you love.